Well, as a matter of fact, the growing number of refugees in Turkey should have encouraged, Turkey, Erdogan, to take more aggressive actions against ISIS. Because the truth of the matter is, unless ISIS is defeated in Iraq and in Syria, the refugee problems are not going to stop or lessen. There are other causes, of course. Bashar Assad continuing fight against the rebels, against Syrian people, it does continue to cause more and more refugee problems. But as far as Erdogan is concerned, he needs to be more active in dealing with ISIS. Now, Turkey has always maintained that it is necessary to have a no-flying zone over large swath of Syrian lands in order to get the rebels to be trained there, in order to have a base, in order to transfer even many of the refugees, or let other new refugees to come into this buffer zone. So far, the United States has been objected to that, but I think the U.S. is moving in that direction. So if I would say this, I personally have always been supportive of a no-fly zone, and if there's anything that Erdogan has done right and being consistent about, is calling for that to happen, and it may well take place. I really think, in talking to many in members of the EU, when I asked these questions, it was clear to me that the relationship between NATO, that is within NATO, in connection with Turkey, is becoming more and more tense. It is true that Turkey has the largest ground troops of all the NATO members, and may well take the lead in various areas in the future. And in terms of, and in fact, the United States has asked Turkey to take the lead as far as the introduction of ground troops in various conflicts, not necessarily against ISIS. Having said that, there is a sense of reluctance on the part of the NATO member to rely or to feel that Turkey is full-fledged member of this group, and it can in fact rely on Turkey in the future to act as a member of NATO and meet its requirement as such. As you well know, one of the clauses important of NATO is that an attack on any NATO member will constitute an attack on all members. There's a question now. Some of the NATO members in Europe are asking whether, in fact, Turkey will honor such a commitment. So when it comes to that point, it is a serious question as to how the NATO members are going to view Turkish roles in the future.